Well, hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to another episode of the Art K Coach podcast. Christina here, super happy to have you back. Another Tuesday here from Lisbon, Portugal, on the Art K Coach podcast. I'm so happy to be here. I have new frames today because the other ones, they're like this part needed to be adjusted. So I have this temporary ones. I don't know if you like them. If you're watching my video, you can see them. They're clear. I think it was summer like. So yeah, new specs for me today. Um, guys, how are you? How's everything going today in the world of cake decorating? What an amazing episode last week. Great responses from everyone, a lot to think about, and we're gonna keep talking, we're gonna keep having conversations, because I think we kind of open a little bit of a Pandora box with last week's episode, and a lot of people has a lot to say about this. So if you don't know what the episode was, go check it out. It was the episode with Yvonne Donald where we talk about the future of our cake industry with all the changes that are going on. So go check it out to see if you agree with me and with Yvonne or not, or if you have something to say. But today we're going back to basics, my friends. Today we are going back to time management. You know how much I love time management. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. You know how much I appreciate a good time management and how much I hate when my time is wasted. So, time management is a big deal for me. It has been a big deal for me for a long time, even without knowing it, because I've always been the kind of person that is doing more than one thing. I've never been, I think I've never been in a regular job. I kind of wish that I had that experience. Like, like having a 9 to 5, going to work, finish work, coming back home, and that's it. No, my working life has never been that. There was a point that I used to struggle because I thought I was doing something wrong. But as years went by, and now as everything is an option, and so many business gurus and business people who knows about business have said or have shown us all the kind of different businesses that we can have, is like, oh, okay, I wasn't that crazy, it was not just me. There, okay, I can live like this is, and there is a point that I there was a point that I just I made my peace with that. It's like, this is what I am. I cannot go to a 9 to 5 job. I think I will be really unhappy in a 9 to 5 job, and I need to be creative, I need to be busy, I need to be occupied in many things, I need to create new things. Like, I have thousands of ideas, so I cannot just do one thing. And because I cannot do just one thing, time management has always been my ally. And the always disclosure, right, is not something that I have always practiced. And the times that I didn't practice it, it drove me crazy. I My nerves were a mess. My nervous system was a mess. Like, I was stressed out, and it was not good. So the constant that I have always relied on has been time management. And when I started looking and listening to my cake friends, especially on Cake Friends Stay Creative through the pandemic, on how they manage their time, that they're be 3 in the morning baking in their kitchen, waking up at 6 because um, they have to deliver a cake by 9 in the morning. Is like, what? No, that's not life. Shouldn't be life. That shouldn't be the life of a baker. I mean, it is the life of a baker, but it shouldn't be. um Everybody's okay, parenthesis, everybody can do whatever they want with their time. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to share how I do it, because maybe, just maybe, it could help you. Okay, so time management is a big deal for me. And if there's one thing in my coaching business that I will say, this is me, it's time management. Even David Close mentioned it to me one day. It's like, time management, that's what you do. Time management, yes, that's what I do. And I'm good at it. I'm like good at it. It's not because I'm here blah 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 blah. No, I'm actually good at it. It's like, if you don't know, I'm not going to repeat myself, but if you don't know, go check out other episodes where I talk about time management. I will tell you everything that I do. And all the places that you see me online, the YouTube channel, the Facebook, the groups, the management, the web page, this podcast, the podcast on YouTube. I do have another job. I do teach English as a second language, just to have another income, and I also eventually bake a cake. But I'm reopening my business of everything you see here in the back of my sugar paste toppers, and it's done. Everything is done just by me. The only thing that I outsource is accountant. That's the only thing that I outsource because I don't know how to do it. The rest, I do everything. And even with that, I have weekends off. I'm done by 7. I Every night I sit down with my family to watch TV. My meals are done and prepare. So I do manage my time as well as I can. But there's secrets about it, and secrets, tips. And today's episode is all about that. Sorry, today's episode is all about that. I don't want you to think that this is the ultimate solution, but it's going to give you some clarity about things that you need to take into consideration to manage your time, but it's not really what you think. It's not an app. It's not a spreadsheet, and it's not a special technique. So stay with me because this episode is about to start. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Art of Cake Coach podcast. I love this. Actually, I'm loving this YouTube thing. At the beginning, I was a little bit scared because you could see me, and there's always the thing that how I look and everything. But now I'm so comfortable. I'm like, it's great because you can see me now. I can talk to you, so I really like it. I think I found the setup that I like, and I have my notes here. You can see that I'm looking at my purple notebook, and that I have my notes here. So yeah, I really like it. I really like it. So there's a lot of things available for time management here on the podcast. Okay, you have thousands of episodes about a lot of episodes in the podcast about time management. If you're watching on YouTube, this podcast appeared on YouTube just a couple weeks ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. So there are, but as you can see in the description of the episode, you have like a number in there, like hashtag 140. I think this is 148 or 149 episode. So there are another 148 episodes available on Spotify. So you can go check them out on Spotify. They're not on video, it's just audio. But I have in there a lot of episodes about time management techniques, time management, why time management, the secrets of time. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of things about time management in there that you can check out. And of course, if you don't know, there's also the subscription channel for the Art Cake Coach podcast is available on Spotify Spotify for podcasters. I'm going to leave the link in the description here on YouTube, and on Spotify in the description of the episode. You will find the link. It's only $2.99 a month. That's it. And you will have access to extra content and special classes on time management, niche, target audience. I think we have some, the goal setting classes, all of them are there, and is a special content for you, but it's more like a class, okay? Like a class with things that you have to do afterwards, you name it. There is also a private free group on Facebook called a time management class for cake artists, where you have the classes on video. Same classes you have in audio, you have it on video. Not the same classes because the one in the subscription are a bit different, but you have the classes that I give on Cake for Creative about time management. Those are like free webinars. They're there available for you. And the group is open now again. So if you want to go check it out, also the links are on the description of both YouTube and Spotify episode. So there's a lot you can choose from when it comes to, for me, you can choose from to know tips, techniques, ideas on how to manage your time wisely as a cake artist, so you don't get overwhelmed and you don't get stressed while managing your business, of course. But there's some basics that you really need to think about when it comes to time management in general. Okay. And it's not a tip, and it's not a technique, and it's not an app, and it's not an AI. No, it's not like that. It's going back to basics and coping with what time management means to you as a human being. That's what it is. There are some basic ground rules that we need to cover when it comes to time management. In this episode, what I want for this episode is to be the opening of these base rules, okay? Ground rules that you need to know when it comes to time management. I didn't make this up. I learned this from other people who are very wise and who knows about time management, and I'm here to share it with my cake community. So, if you don't have pen and paper, I will recommend you to have pen and paper. If you're driving or doing something else, don't stop. Do it later. Just pause me and do it later, or listen to the episode again. That will help me a lot with the algorithm if you listen to the episode twice. But if you can, have pen and paper and write down a few of the tips that I'm going to share with you today about time management, right? But before we get into the tips, and I already told you why I do many things, or how I do many things, and I need time management. But I shared in one of the episodes, I talked about my superpower. What happened is, in one business course that I took, the person who was giving the class was asking us about if we were a superhero, what would our superpower be? And for me, immediately, it have always been time travel. Not because I want to move to the future. It's because I want to revisit the past and maybe see a special, landmarks and special events in history, witnesses, maybe talk to some family members who are not here anymore, check on my parents where they were young, or my grandparents, see how life was before this. And that immediately clicked with me. It's like, yeah, time is that thing that is important to me, but why? um why do we care so much about time? As women, we care so much about aging, which is something that I don't actually care about. I mean, I wish I looked better for the age that I have. That's one thing, but I'm not scared of the age that I have. So it's not about aging. It's not about time passing. It's not about seeing your kids grow. I see people there's like, oh, my kids are growing. Oh no, my God, they're so growing. They're growing so much. And what am I gonna do? It's like, no, I'm so happy they're growing. I'm so happy they're doing their life, and they're figuring it out by themselves. So it's not about the future. It's more about appreciating the time and what to do with the time we have. There's a magical phrase on Lord of the Rings that Gandalf says to Frodo is not about the time we have left. Is what are we going to do with that time? Something like that. I don't remember the phrase exactly, but it's something like that. What do you do with the time that you have? So I guess that's why my fixation, it's not a fixation. That's why I'm so into time management, because I think we need to do so much in this life. Nowadays, life is so busy, so much. I mean, and society, the world is expecting us to do so much that it's overwhelming. And at the same time, we don't want to miss anything. And when it comes to time, you think, but I don't have time. I can't. It's too much. And then the stress comes in, and you feel overwhelmed, you give up, you procrastinate, and so on, so on, so on. I'm kind of rambling here, but what I want you to grasp is a very simple idea. If you want to make the best of your time, it's not about fitting a lot of things into the time you have. It's about deciding what to do with the time you have. I hope that sounds good. And my fixation, or my what I like about time management is that when you actually figure out how it works, it makes you feel so much in control that it's like, I can do anything now. But the secret is not what you think. The secret is not, oh, I managed to bend time to my will. Its secret is different. And don't go anywhere, because in the next part, I'm going to give you very essential tips on that secret that is going to make you actually have control over your time. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back. I'm sorry if in the last part I was kind of rambling, but I had some notes here, but I wanted to cover a little bit of everything. And I was kind of all over the place. But it's been a while since I don't do a solo episode without a script. I'm not having a script, I'm just having bullet points. I missed it. Like this morning, I was walking out my dog, and I was like, I miss talking in the microphone, like, preaching. Doing my preaching, I miss it. And I wanted to do today's episode like that because, like I said, this is a topic that it's dear to me. Time management. It's kind of sad. Now that I say it out loud, it's kind of sad that time management is dear to me. No, it's not sad. It's good. Actually, it's good. So I promise you in this episode, when this episode started, I promise you some secrets about time management. And I'm sure you're expecting Christina's going to tell us about the next app that is going to make my time management better. That's not what I'm doing. Oh, Christina is going to give me the time management, the latest time management technique that is going to solve all my problems. No, honey, that's not what I'm doing. Christina is going to sell me something that is going to make my time management better. Well, maybe let me listen to see what she has to say. I'm not selling you anything. No way. I'm giving you some very simple, very magical tips about time management. Why simple? And I wrote down here on my notes something about this episode. I just mentioned it in the beginning. I just listened to an episode of The Diary of a CEO where they're discussing AI. And honestly, I kind of got scared. Even though I'm in favor of AI, but I kind of got scared about everything that's coming in. I think there has to be some kind of regulations. Anyway, I'm not talking about that today. But what it made me think is about our human side, how humans are, how human we are, how in contact with our humanity are we. And when I think of that, and when I think of time management, how much in control of how time makes me feel am I? How much in control of the things that I can actually control am I? And this is the base of the tips that I have today for you. Like I said, I learned this from experts, not up my. I didn't make this up. I added a few things, but I didn't make this up. And I really hope that this helps you today. So take note if you can. Listen and almost like meditate. Honestly, take a moment of silence, think about this, and think about if time management is something that bothers you, it's something that you don't know what to do with, if all your endeavors stresses you, just take time right now, take a deep breath, take your time and think about what I'm going to say. So, number one, you have to cope with the idea that time is finite. We do not have all the time in the world. The day has the same 24 hours here or everywhere else. Everyone, poor people, rich people, the CEO, the guy who sells hot dogs in the corner, everyone has the same 24 hours a day. There's no bargain in that. There's no change in that. There's no special something for that. We all have the same amount of time a day, and time is finite. So you have to embrace that limitation. Just embrace it. Because we move on in life thinking that we have all the time in the world, and we don't. Actually, we don't know when our time is up. We never know. We would never know until that day comes, right? Uh, so we keep moving forward like, there's tomorrow, next day, another day. I won't call that friend. Maybe another day, next week. I don't feel like it. I won't do this thing that I want to do because I have next week. Yes, I mean you do have next week, and I want you to think positive about time. But when it comes to your business, and going back to the cake business, when it comes to your cake business, and the amount of time you have to manage what you have to do or to move your business forward is finite, is limited. And until we cope with that idea, we'll keep feeling that we are on this rat wheel, just not going anywhere. Why? Because when we don't cope with the idea that time is finite, we think that we have all the time in the world, we don't set goals. We think, I'll do that later. We don't have a purpose. Business wise, okay? I'm talking cake business, okay? We don't have, I mean, this is you can apply this for anything in your life, but we're in the cake business niche, so let's talk about that. We don't have purpose, we don't have goals, we just keep winging it because, I'll do that later. When we cope with that idea, we start to see that I don't want you to get scared, because the first the first idea is panicking. Oh my god, I don't have that much time. Like, for example, I'm turning 50 this year. I'm in my 50s. What am I going to do with my business? And I'm just keep starting businesses, like, no. Yes, but don't panic. We do panic at the beginning, but don't panic. Because after you panic, what's going to happen is like, okay, but that means I have the control of my time, because it's finite. Yes, but it's there and it's for me to use it. I won't give any more excuses to anybody else. I won't waste my time on anything else. I won't choose that hours or that time that I have to work to, I don't know, to satisfy the needs of other people, because this is important for me. Okay? So, cope with that idea. Time is finite. You have the same 24 hours of everybody else, and is about what you choose to do with that time. Empowering, right? What you choose to do with that time. Okay? So that's the secret number 1. Secret number 2, planning. And you will say, yes, I know, Christina, time is finite and I need to plan. Yes, but excessive planning creates more stress, because we become planning procrastinators. What is that? Is when we procrastinate but planning so much that we don't do anything. Any plan, any goal, anything has to have an action and has to be completed. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. Yes. So, planning, it's good until a certain amount. Excessive planning, it's a way of procrastination and it generates more stress. So, when it comes to time management and all these tips and techniques and apps, choose one, maybe 2, stick to it. Just stick to it. Okay? It's like when you're learning something, or it's like when you're doing a diet. If you do 5 diets at the same time, none of them are going to work. If you're learning 5 courses at the same time, you're not learning anything. So, pick one, finish it, and then move on. That's what you do. So, excessive planning? No. Number 3, focus on what counts. So, let's go back. We know time is finite. We know that it's in our control how we use that time. We know that planning is important, but excessive planning generates more stress. So, how do I don't fall into the trap of excessive planning? focus on what counts. What counts comes from, that answer comes when you know what your purpose or your goal is for your cake business. If your purpose is to grow, to have more clients, to have more profit, to pivot, whatever is your purpose, that purpose is going to determine what counts. And I'm going to have a little parenthesis here. I'm going to talk about, again, what I listened to in today's episode. So, listening to this man talking about AI and the future of AI and everything that's going on just made me wonder about how human we are, how in touch with our human side we are. And of course, the first concern is about jobs, how we're going to lose our jobs, especially jobs that are quite automated and that any AI thing can do it now. Yes. I don't want to go into that with our work today. What I want you to consider is how much our society have lived rewarding being busy. Our jobs, and this is something I've been debating with for a long time. I'm going to get into a topic that it could be quite touchy. Maybe some people agree with me or not, but I honestly think as a mom, as a person who works the way it works and who has to manage many things at the same time, that our society in general, like government, businesses, corporate, reward the work of people. When I mean reward, I mean the payment for being busy, how busy they are. I teach English to adults and business English to adults. And most of them, their number one complaint is endless, pointless meetings because you have to look busy. And there's a meeting that generates another meeting, and that topic generates another topic. And they feel that it never ends, and they're always keep getting themselves busy. If you get into social media and if you have a business and you want to get into social media, it feels like you always have to be busy on social media. You have to show that you're busy. When it comes to the government, you go to a government facility. Well, here in Portugal, I don't know how's everything in other parts of the world, but here in Portugal, you go to a government facility to ask for a document. People look busy, but honestly, what they're doing in 3 days, they could be doing it in 2 hours. Just if I could, if I just could get my hands on management. But anyway, I'm not going to do that. So we've been rewarding, not everywhere, of course. There are industries which is not the same, but we've been rewarding as human race. We've been rewarding being busy more than being productive. And we have that so imprinted in our head that we think the longer we work, the more amount of hours we spend doing something, it's better. If a course is a weekend versus a month, the one for a month, it should be better. But maybe you will learn everything you need to learn on a weekend on a seminar. I don't know. So we reward this being busy, and we are in the verge of a change because AI is going to replace us being busy. Because this machine can do everything we've been doing for hours in seconds. And we keep inventing as human beings, because that's the funny thing. We keep inventing as human beings tools, and now AI, to make our life easier and to be less busy. But we haven't changed the fact that we are rewarded for being busy. So we're removing the problem, which is being busy. And what are we going to do now? Because we're actually creating all these tools and all these things to make our life easier. Is it making our life easier, or is it just giving us another thing to do? And when, let's say, it does make our life easier and it removes everything, what are we going to do? Okay, now I have all this time. What am I going to do? We don't know. As human beings, we are wired to be busy because we used to work. I mean, it's in our nature. We used to wake up and do the things we had to do to survive. And if that had to do with wake up early and take care of the animals and take care of the crops and take care of our children and all of that, I'm talking many, 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 many centuries ago. It's imprinted in our DNA, it's imprinted in us. So, and now we're removing that as well, and we don't know what to do. So we're keeping ourselves busy with, oh, now I have to do social media, but now I have to be in 3 platforms, but now I have to do this, but now I have to do that. But is it actually moving the needle? Does it count? I've mentioned it here on the episodes before, how much my life changed when I start focusing my day on what actually counts, to the point that there are days like, oh, I have nothing to do today. Or in the morning, oh, this morning I'm kind of free. I can read a book. And the other part of my brain will go like, no, you can do more more reels, or you can study something. Just shut up. That's what I said to my brain. Just shut up. No, I'm not. No, this is what counts for my business, and it's done. So that's what I'm doing today. So all of this going around in circles is just to tell you that in order to have control of your time, focus on what counts. Focus on what actually moves you forward to your purpose or your goal. That's one of the secrets. The rest is noise. Choose the noise. And if you choose to pay attention to the noise, choose wisely, because you could do more reels, or you could do another social media. Yeah, it's fine. Up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you the things that have worked for me, and that now I have time to sit down on a Monday morning and read a book. Crazy. Yeah, I know, but I do. And think about that. Okay. So we covered the being busy and being productive. Let's do one thing. Let's take a little break so we can listen about one of our sponsors, and I'll be right back with the rest of the tips and a little conclusion for you guys. Hello, my sweet friends. I am back. I'm sorry if I was a little all over the place also in the last part. Like I said, this episode is I'm not having any script today. I'm just talking from the top of my head about all the I really needed to talk about all the things that's going crazy. But anyway, that AI thing episode that I mean, go check it out. I'm not promoting anything on the Diary of a CEO. I'm just a big fan of the show. And I'm a big fan of AI. I use it. My ChatGPT, if you don't know, go check the episode about the AI doll when I talked about the story of Alex and Maria. But anyway, and it really got me thinking. It really got me thinking about, because I mean, I woke up yesterday, there were like 3 different news about people in the cake industry that are either splitting up, changing, closing doors. I heard about others in the past month. With Yvonne in the episode last week, also we talked about that. And today I listened to all of this people talking about AI, this man talking about AI and all the changes in the world, and it's like, oh my god. And then there's the news, and it's like, oh no. So yeah, I really wanted to do something, to address something, because when I feel that things are getting out of control, like with all of this information, I try to like recap, like, okay, let's go back to basics. What is the thing that I can control? I can control how I use my time. That is something I can control. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it works for me. So let's go back to the last tips on time management. It almost has to do with being productive versus being busy. As I mentioned before, there's an episode here on the podcast about that, being productive versus being busy. Don't fall into efficiency traps. Efficiency traps are the ones that tells you, especially we are a women-based business. Most of us cake decorators, cake artists, bakers, I think are 80% women, 20% men, if not more percentage of women. And we have imprinted in our head that we can do it all. So the efficiency trap will tell us that you can do it all. You can be everything. You can, you can look good. You can do exercise. You can run a business. You can run a family. You can have all your meals cooked. You can be an entrepreneur, or be, the best worker in your office and have a promotion. And within your business, you can do it all. You can do social media. You can do management. You can do pricing. You can bake. You can contact clients. You can do everything. I'm already tired. I'm not saying this is exclusively for women. That's another thing, okay? But it's imprinted. It's kind of imprinted in us that we can do anything. We always joke, me and my friends, we always joke that our husband have one neuron. But it's good because they do what they have to do and they do it and that's it. We have like 1,000, so they have to be connected somehow, and we have to do 1,000 things at the same time. But it's just joking. So don't fall into the efficiency trap that tells you that you can do everything and anything. Choose your battles. Be honest about what you're good at, and outsource the things that you're not good at. That's it. So if you're good at your baking, you're good at creating your beautiful cakes or decorating your cakes, that's great. So you don't have to do all the admin by yourself. There are many ways that you can outsource. I'm curating. I don't want to pitch this right now, but since we're talking about it, I'm curating something really cool, which is a membership for me to be your business manager. So you can know exactly how to manage your business, and I can walk you, almost take you by the hand and do it together. So you can focus on whatever, on your creative side, not on whatever you want to focus. You can focus on your creative side, but that's coming up, not now. So don't fall into the efficiency trap. Live in the now. We tend to, and there was a dinner party where my brother-in-law asked everyone, time-wise, where do you live? Do you live in the past or do you live in the future? The past, now, and the future. Most people most people said in the past, because they kind of look how things were before, how life was before, when they were young, or when they had family members they're no longer here. So most of them in the past, some of them past and future. I'm not sure. I think nobody said now. I'm definitely living in the future. I definitely live in the future. I rarely look into the past. I've been doing that now. I don't know if it has to do with my upcoming 50th birthday, that I started to look into my past. Probably has to do with that. But I definitely live in the future, but I don't live in the now. Rarely we live in the now. We're always thinking about what's next or what happened before. Try to live in the now as much as you can. How? Okay, let me explain this, because I'm the person who doesn't do that. So I select the things that I want to live in the now. For example, I'm working on, let's say, planning the admin month of my businesses. Okay, so when I sit down, my tendency is, because I'm planning ahead, is to go too far into the future. Now, right now, this is my goal, and this is what I need to do next to bring me to this goal that I have right now. So it's a way to focus in myself in the now. And especially if I'm doing something like right now, I'm recording the podcast. That's what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to do next. I'm recording the podcast. I'm giving my 100% to the podcast. I already planned the time to record the podcast, so that's what I'm doing. That keeps me grounded. So, and it feels less overwhelming, that constantly being thinking like, oh, I only have 1 hour for the podcast, and then I have to do this, and then I have to, no. So I'm doing this right now. This is where I'm focused. It gets easier with age to do that. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the hormonal thing, but it does. And try to focus on whatever you're doing at the moment. That's why time blocking is essential, because when you know that that is the time you have available to do something, you can lose yourself in that time and just be in the now. That's a good thing. Um, Avoid distractions, social media, the news. Yes, I said it. The news. They distract us and place our mind into, not into the now, like I just said, right? It plays our, if we're watching social media and we're going down the rabbit hole of getting to watch reels or TikToks, forget it. We spend an hour there, we don't know how, we just keep scrolling, and we end up feeling that we need to lose weight, we need to do something with our love life, we're lacking some product, and we should have more dogs. That's because dogs are cute. That's the thing. Usually, what happened, or we should move a house. We should redecorate the house. I mean, there's so many things. We always feel like there's something lacking that we don't have because everybody seems to have it and we don't, and lose time. So try to avoid it. Social media has become an entertaining platform. Okay, it is an entertainment platform. It's no longer a selling platform unless you entertain. That's it. That's what it is. And as an entertaining platform, the longer you spend on it, the more the platform profits. So it's made to hook you, us, everyone, to be there. And I feel so bad when I do it. It's like, oh my God, wasted an hour in this. And you don't know how. You don't know how that happened. It's not your fault. It's made for that. It's made for that. The only thing we can do is to avoid getting into that rabbit hole. The news. I stopped watching news, guys. Honestly, I I am aware of what's going on because internet, and when I see the relevance things on internet, if I want to know more, I go check it out. I go dig deeper, but I try not to watch news on TV because I feel so stressed and drained after watching them, that because it's made to get you stressed and drained. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. It's not that what's happening in the world is not happening. It is happening. But I chose, and this is me. I'm not saying this is what you should do. I chose not to connect with that because it stressed me too much. That's it. That's it. I've been, I will say, kind of, um, I don't know, selfish, you could say. It's like I need to protect my nervous system, and knowing everything that happens in the world doesn't help my nervous system because there's nothing I can do about it. And I feel so bad. And no, I don't do it. So all of the things that distracts you, that doesn't leave you a positive outcome, because going out with a friend to have a coffee, going out with your kids, watch a movie, those are distractions that actually leave you better than you were before. They give you, happiness and connection. So those are good distractions. Those you should keep them. But the bad distractions, no. And finally, no, one more: rest. Okay. Another essential tip for time management is resting. Manage your resting time. Block your resting time. If you're not rested, if you're constantly doing something, you're going to be burnout so badly. So rest. And don't feel guilty or bad about it. See it as part of your business. Resting is part of your business. Resting is part of your well-being. So just do it. And last but not least, and I love this one because I learned it from a class that I took on time management, and it was like, yeah, because one of the things that got me overwhelmed with time management was I want to do it all, and I can't because I have no time to do it all. And you feel like you're missing out, and you feel like you're not doing enough, or you feel like, oh my God, I should have, I don't know, climb a mountain by this age. No, you shouldn't. No, why? You could, but no. And This guy, this person who gave the class said, imagine life is a menu. When you go to a restaurant, you don't order everything in the menu just because they have it, right? You choose. Well, today I feel like eating meat and having a dessert and maybe a gin and tonic. Okay, so that's what I'm having today. And you stick to it, you have it, you enjoy it, and tomorrow you will have another menu in front of you. That's time management. Life is a menu. You have a menu of things that you could do. Choose the ones that you want to do, the ones that align to your business, to your goals and projections, the one that aligns to your purpose. Choose, stick to it, enjoy it. Tomorrow you will have another menu in front of you. Simple as that. So, my sweet friends, these tips have made my life so much easier, have made me see time management in such a different way. It really took a weight off my shoulders. So if I can do something for you today, is to take a little bit of that weight off your shoulders. And with this tips and with this episode, I leave you for today, hoping that anything that I said help you face your time management differently. And like I said before, I'm curating something very special. I'm not going to talk about it just yet, but it's very special because I listened to you. I heard about your needs, and I know that I can help you manage your business. So if you are a business cake decorator, a cake artist, a baker who wants to focus on what really matters to you, but need help managing your business, I'm here for you. What about if I tell you that you could have a business manager weekly for your cake business, telling you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and it can cost you less than a Netflix subscription? Think about that, because I'm going to talk about that next episode. So, my sweet friends, this is where I leave you, and I leave you as I always leave you, wishing you the best and wishing you to stay safe and stay creative. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.